Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome to Spirit Island Nature Incarnate Edition. We have gotten the new expansion out from Handelabra just today. It's the 6th of November, and they've released the first wave of Nature Incarnate content, Aggression Unleashed, so we can cross out that fall 2025 and say instead that we've got November 6th. So today we got the Blight cards, the Event cards, the Fear cards, 12 major power cards, all very exciting stuff, but also we got Emberide Behemoth, the Unconstrained aspect for Sharp Fangs Behind Leaves, and Tactician aspect for Thunderspeaker. I'm hoping to do at least a few videos on this. I've kind of been shirking my channel lately. Sorry about that. I've got a couple more videos that I want to release for the intermediate difficulty series, but I'm going to try and get back to those once we get through some Nature Incarnate stuff first. I want to try and do a video on each of these three spirits, the behemoth and then the two aspects, but we're going to do them probably one per video. So this video, I'm just going to focus on one of the three. Now, when I first heard about the Nature Incarnate expansion, like in physical, I went and did a ranking of all of the content from 1 to 28, or not all the content, but all the spirits and aspects from 1 to 28. And I had Emberide Behemoth ranked 9th, Tactician Thunderspeaker ranked 15th, and Unconstrained Fangs ranked 23rd. I went and redid my ranking recently based on, what I've seen from Nature Incarnate so far, what I've played, which is not all of it. I have not actually managed to play all the Nature Incarnate aspects just because I struggle to get the game to my table sometimes. And I've got Emberide Behemoth at 10th, so it's dropped one rank from 9th to 10th. Tactician Thunderspeaker, I've dropped 6 ranks from 15th to 21st. And Unconstrained Fangs, amusingly, I still have it 23rd. And I think that is a shame because I love Fangs, and I really want to try and explore some of what Unconstrained can do now. And so I'm actually going to start with the one I'm least excited about, which is Unconstrained Fangs. And I'm going to try and convince myself that it's actually going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to try and play probably 3 games in this video. I don't know that that's exactly going to be the right amount, but that's what we'll try for. I'm just going to start at board A. We'll just do boards A, B, and C for each of these. Sharp Fangs Behind the Leaves, and I have not actually seen the art yet, so I'm really excited to see this new. All right, there's Unconstrained. That's an angry looking Fangs. It is just leaping over a fence. Okay, I like that. So now this one, rather than the normal Fangs rule where we turn presents into beasts, we get a free beast each turn, or we can add all the beasts that we've sort of prepared, which is interesting. I kind of like that. Is that the only change? Yeah, call forth predators becomes predators arise. And I think otherwise it's the same spirit. Right. Ranging Hunt can target blighted lands now. So we're gonna be much more willing to take blight and have fun with that. It'll be much easier to deal with. So let's just start off with a base difficulty game. I'm not gonna do an adversary. I'm not gonna do a scenario. Nature Incarnate's in there. I'm so excited. I am so happy about this expansion, folk. This is gonna be great. So let's just do a basic game and see how this goes. Let's see. I chose board A, and we don't get our starting beast. That's right. So actually, that's going to be slightly annoying for land 8. Do we start with one prepared? No, it's each. No, I have none prepared. So we don't start with one prepared. Okay, so we're not even going to get a choice there. So land 8 is kind of in trouble because we don't have a good way to deal with it, and it's probably going to build up. So I kind of want to find a way to get a beast in there and then evacuate it next turn in the fast. Land 3 is probably much more manageable in some fashion. We can maybe... can we prey on the builders it even? Yeah, we probably could. Let's figure something out. I'm going to go ahead and take a draft turn 1, though. Let's take a minor. Sap the Strength of Multitudes. That's fun. That could get us a defend in land 3 and just solve it that way. Guardian Serpents, similar kind of option, gets us a beast token, which we like, but Sap is so good. Sky Stretches to Shore, obviously also an amazing power. Land of Haunts and Embers, one I like, but not really that interested in right here. So I think because we are going to have more presence than base Fangs, I have not really played Unconstrained much. I think that we can probably get away with building a sacred site for Guardian Serpents in land 3. So let's take that, and we'll deal with, and we'll plan to build a sacred site there over the next couple of turns. I am going to just do a bottom track build here, see what happens with it. Let's start off with Prey on the Builders and... Oh, I don't know. Do we want Teeth Gleam from Darkness? I'm kind of tempted to do something a little weird here just because that way I can... Oh, well, no, I don't want to Prey on the Builders at all. Let me think for a moment here. Because we're going to defend this with a Sacred Site, and we're going to just try and get out of here. So let's actually Too Near the Jungle and Teeth Gleam from Darkness. Like, I know we don't get our Innate with that, but this will still be kind of nice for getting down another Beast token and sniping an Explorer in one of these lands that goes. And again, I'm probably overthinking this because this is base difficulty. It's not going to be a big deal. This will be fine. So let's go ahead and... I want to move that Beast token, I think, closer to land 8. I don't know that I want it in land 8. Actually, if I put it in land 8, then I could. Well, you know, I've already. You know what? We're just gonna play badly. It's fine. We're just gonna have fun. I'm gonna leave the presence in land 1. I'm gonna pull it into land 8. We'll set up some Beast tokens. Invaders build in the jungle. Invaders explore in the wetlands. All right. So Too Near the Jungle. We'll take out the Wetland Explorer. Teeth Gleam from Darkness will get us a Beast in. Oh, how about land 2? So we can start hitting that land pretty soon here. All right, and then I am going to try and... so I'm going to get the presence out of land 8 here in a minute. Do I want to just... I think I want to like keep on letting extra Beast tokens build up so that like maybe next turn I can do a big attack in land 2. So let's plan on doing that for now. I think in order to make that work, I am going to actually gain energy and add a presence from the bottom track this turn and just play all 3 cards. So the idea I have here is that I'm... Yep, I prepared... So I've got 2 Beasts prepared. Is there somewhere it shows that clearly other than there? I don't see something like that. That might be a fun UI thing. No, take note, Handelabra team, if you're watching this. would love to see that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get my presence out of here. And we're going to just let that blight. And I think the Beast token can go... Oh, let's put it... What am I doing with Terrifying Chase this turn? I don't even know what I'm doing with Terrifying Chase this turn. The invaders are going to explore in the sands of the mountains. So let's go into land 4 so we can shove some stuff. Or, well, let's go into land 7, actually. So we didn't even need to like push into that wetland. And then we'll plan to shove those Dahan somewhere useful for next turn. Guardian Serpents, I'm going to go here. And then Prey on the Builders. Why did I even play this turn? I don't even know. I'm not thinking this through clearly. But let's just Prey on the Builders in, I guess, land 1. But I don't want to gather a Beast out of land 2, so it's fine. All right, Invaders surge inland. That's annoying, but fine. So that goes 1 land inland. Grim Toll does 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan, so that'll kill that Dahan, unfortunately, but it'll also kill this Explorer, so that's kind of nice. Then during the Ravage, we get some defend, take a blight, eat up that disease, and they explore the mountains. All right. That's fine. So let's go ahead and Terrifying Chase, and I'm going to Terrifying Chase in land 1 and shove that Explorer into land 2. All right, now I want to reclaim cards. I want to gain a minor. Let's see. Ooh, Gift of Constancy is nice. Call the Dahan Ways could be kind of handy. I kind of want to just take Gift of Constancy for the 0 cost and like breaking the game open for me. Because we don't... Well, we do have enough Moon that Call the Dahan Ways could be really useful here too. Let's just take Gift of Constancy. It's a good card. And then because of that, I think I'm going to actually go top track here, get my animal element so that I can play Gift of Constancy this turn, along with Too Near the Jungle and Teeth Gleam from Darkness, and still get this Ranging Hunt. And now I can add my beast tokens, and I'm going to add 2 of them to land 2, so that we can wipe that out with our innate. And let's Gift of Constancy ourselves, and let's Ranging Hunt. So we're going to grab a Presence and a Beast, deal 4 damage, and then we're going to shove these things into land 4 so that we can go ahead and hit that with Ranging Hunt next turn. All right, focused farming. On each board, we add an explorer and a town to a land with town or blight. Interesting. Is this a Nature Incarnate one? I don't actually remember this event, so it must. I assume it is. Maybe I'm just misremembering horribly. And then destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. So I think I want to focus my farming on land 4 because I'm going to be able to deal with that here momentarily. And it also means the explorer dies immediately. And then 3 Dahan among their lands, that's us. We gain an energy, but we don't have any cards to reclaim, so that's fine. All right, we move an explorer from an inland land, that's great. That means our mountains are clear. All right, wetlands explore. We can Too Near the Jungle this guy. We can Teeth Gleam from Dark. Oh, we can't Teeth Gleam from Darkness on the blighted lands still. So I guess we'll shove the beast in this jungle so we can have another presence with that. Reclaim a card. I want to reclaim, I think, Teeth Gleam from Darkness to try and get more beasts down. Trying to see if there's anywhere else that would be good to... Yeah, that's probably fine. All right, and then we're going to get our Reclaim 1 this turn, so that's nice. And I'm going to grow into this other jungle because then I can actually target things well. And do we have enough energy to play all our cards? Yeah, we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and gain a power card here. Let's get another miner. Dire Metamorphosis could be fun. I don't know that it's going to be like a good idea, but it could be fun. Devouring Ants, same kind of thing. Devouring Ants would kind of let us work on cleaning up that jungle, which would be kind of nice. Purifying Flame also could be kind of useful for cleaning up some blight in that sand, or dealing a little bit of damage in land 8. It's gotta be, let's take Devouring Ants, actually. I was gonna say it's gotta be Dire Metamorphosis, but Devouring Ants is so much fun. So let's get Too Near the Jungle back, and then we'll play 3 cards. I want to get the innate this turn. Let's see. I want to clear land 5, I think, just to stay on top of it. And so I probably shouldn't play Guardian Serpents, because I was thinking I could add another beast to land 4 and then hit it with Ranging Hunt to deal 4 damage. But we can just take care of it in a turn or so here. Devouring Ants might not be a bad idea, because we can set up a Sacred Site in land 8 and just use that to deal a couple of damage and take out the town, at least. And then we'll work on building up some beast tokens to actually do more things after that. So let's play Devouring Ants. I prepare a beast token. That gets me back up to 1, so hopefully we don't need any more until a turn from now or so. Let's take that guy out, go into land 8. And we are on, I think, stage 2, so Mapmaker's Chart the Wild will get us lots of explorers. Prey on the Heedless, 1 damage per beast token in each land with beasts. That's great. So let's go ahead and deal 2 damage to that thing. And let's deal 1 damage to the city so that we can kill it with Devouring Ants. And then choose for me. The others don't do anything. And then we get an extra Dahan. All right, let's throw that guy in land 6. All right, each player adds Strife in a land with presence. So I guess we'll Strife this town? I don't know. Doesn't seem very relevant. All right, Mountains Explore. That's a lot of explorers. That'll be fine. All right, so Devouring Ants, we're going to go here, take out that city. Too near the jungle. We might as well just snipe an explorer here. And then Teeth Gleam from Darkness. We can't actually put it in land 8, which is unfortunate. But we could put it in land 6, I guess. It's going to be the best one. I mean, it's the only one we can really reach that has relevant invaders, so. All right. I think then we've got our reclaim. We're going to go to 4 card plays. We're going to get... Oh, we're not going to get our damage innate this turn unless we reclaim or draft something useful. So let's try to draft something. Let's see if we can get something with plant. Hey, look, there's something with plant. Gift of Living Energy, that's great. And we actually have Sacred Sites, so that's cool too. Gift of Living Energy, let's go ahead and go to 4 card plays. I want my presence in... Oh, let's put it in land 6. We'll reclaim... I think Teeth Gleam from Darkness is going to be more useful here than Too Near the Jungle, but I could be wrong about that. So let's do this, those 2, and then... Oh, let's Guardian Serpents to get some more beasties down. And then finally, if we prey on the builders, we could just stop. We could stop land 1 pretty easily from being much of a problem. So, oh, and that gets us Frenzied Assault. That'll be nice. All right, so let's do that. And then how many beasts do we have banked? Just the 1, I think? Yeah, so we'll save that for later. We'll get 2 beasts next turn to finish everything off. All right, I think I want to... Actually kind of want to prey on the builders in land 6. So let's Guardian Serpents in land 1. Ranging Hunt in land 4. Get a beast token in and then push 2 out and move 1 presence. And then prey on the builders in land 6. That should be fine. All right, search for unclaimed lands. Explore in the land with the fewest totals invaders and Dahan. That's okay. I don't think that's a big deal. Plagues in populous lands, add disease. Spreading conflict prompts caution. Push Dahan from a land matching a ravage. Okay, so let's see here. We add an explorer, or we explore rather, in the land with the fewest. I don't know that it makes a big difference, so let's explore in land 2. Because they're not gonna, the ravage should be fine. And maybe we'll get a fear card that like gets a Dahan in there or something. Populous lands does nothing. And the 3 Dahan doesn't do anything either. Okay. We may downgrade a town. There are none. Cool. Build in the mountains and explore the coastal lands. All right. This is fine. All right, Teeth Gleam from Darkness. Let's get another beastie in land 8. Oh, we can't do it in land 8. That's right. Let's get it in land 6. Let's do it in land 2, actually. We could just go for 3 fear, actually. Given that we're close to winning, we should probably just do 3 fear. Rather than another beast token. We're going to get 2 more next turn anyway, and we only need 6 fear to win the game. Which Frenzied Assault is going to get us at least 1. So let's Frenzied Assault in... Yeah, we just Frenzied Assault land 8. Deal 2 damage to the Strife Town. We lose the beast, sadly. But now we can reclaim cards. Let's gain a major for the lulz. Anything fun? Oh, sea monsters, but that's not going to do anything for us here. Transformative Sacrifice could be kind of hilarious. I mean, this is just overkill at this point. So let's just take T-Sac and we'll forget Gift of Constancy. And then I'm gonna go for. Do we want to do 5 card plays? Yeah, let's do 5 card plays. Let's see what happens here. Make another Sacred Site, I guess. So let's get now Transform Sacrifice. Can we threshold it? 2, 3, 2. 3 fire. We probably could actually. Does that do it? Yep, that does it. And then we have one more card play. Let's play, I don't know, Guardian Serpents. Why not? Get some more beasts down. Oh, I want to undo that. Okay, it'll take Transform to Sacrifice, forget Gift of Constancy, add a presence. We'll go to 5 card plays, and then play Transformative Sacrifice. What was it? Gift of Living Energy, Teeth Gleam from Darkness, Tune Near the Jungle, Guardian Serpents. Is that the 5 I did? I don't remember. Anyway, add some more beasts. Let's add some more beasts to land 1. Get a couple more on there. And then let's finish this hilariously ridiculous overkill. I did get this threshold. No, I didn't get that threshold this time. I needed Prey on the Builders, not Teeth Gleam, I guess. That still gets me enough plant, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so let's Gift of Living Energy ourselves. Let's Guardian Serpents to get another beast token in there. Let's T-Sack. We'll remove presence, and presence, and presence. We get Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind, Spur On with Words of Fire, Promises of Protection, and Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. Very fun. All right, so we can even play another card. So let's play Teeth Gleam from Darkness for the lulz. All right, and now that we have done all of that ridiculousness, let's pull one more beastie into land 4 and another presence, because we can. And let's Ranging Hunt to finish the game off. Oh, we can pull even another beast in. All right, let's finish pushing. Game over, no buildings on the island. All right, that was silly. I just wasted some time, but well, I think it was funny for me at least. I hope you enjoyed that as well. T-Sack, it's a power. It can do ridiculous things. All right, so that is Unconstrained Fangs against base difficulty. So let's go ahead and try Unconstrained Fangs against something else. I think let's see. I enjoyed that. I felt like it worked pretty well in taking on Blight. I really liked the getting like 2 beasts every 3 turns. And so I'm kind of tempted to do something a little slower. Let's try like a Sweden 3 maybe? Yeah, because then the Ravages are going to suck if I let them through, and it'll still be interesting, but we don't have like level 4 to like start speeding up the deck. So let's do Sweden 3 and see how this goes. Same kind of thing with everything turned on. And let's go. All right. Oh, and we start in a blighted land. That's kind of interesting. All right, so I want to do a different pattern this time, I think. I think I want to try and go for like the turn 1 Ranging Hunt, partially because we can clear out land 7 by doing that and set up in jungle and land 4 pretty easily. So I think for turn 1 Ranging Hunt, I probably want to go... Do I want to do the top track, or do I want to try and gamble and get some kind of plant miner? Try and get some kind of plant miner. Let's try for a plant miner. Hey, look at that. There's some plant miners. I think Favor the Sun Starlit Dark is probably good. Although that's 6 damage in that Ravage, so I don't know if it's actually good enough. It would at least reduce the Blight by 1, but then so would Drift Down into Slumber, and that doesn't cost anything. Renewing Boon... Renewing Boon is actually pretty funny in solo, but I don't know that I really want to try that. Let's do Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark, and maybe I can find a way to deal with that Explorer. So then let's go Animal. And did I actually already forget what I was supposed to be doing? Yeah, that Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark isn't going to actually do what I need. Give me a second here. Let me think this through again. I think let's take Drift Down into Slumber, just because that might be more useful on a future turn. And then let's add a presence. We're gonna go from Animal, or get from top track, get Animal. Let's go to land 4, not land 5, and then we will play Tune Near the Jungle and Teeth Gleam from Darkness. So that should hopefully allow us to handle any Explorer that they hit us with by taking out an Explorer. So let's go ahead and snipe an explorer and set a sacred site up in land 4. I've explored wetlands. That's fine. So Teeth Gleam from Darkness. We wanna try and build up land 6. I think Too Near the Jungle. I suppose Too Near the Jungle actually would also handle land 2 in terms of preventing the double blight. But let's just not worry about that. I'd rather stop the build in land 1. And we're playing at level 3, so we don't have like Mining Rush where they're going to get an extra town if they ravage successfully. So then, for this turn, I think we draft again, and if we get, my memory is if I get like plant and animal on a power, then I should be able to do Ranging Hunt again, but if I don't get it, that's also fine. I did get it, though. I got Nature's Resilience, which actually solves all of our problems far too cleanly for what I deserve. That's funny. Excuse me. So then let's go ahead and get the plant element. We'll go into land 6, I think, because we want to go into there, and we want to add our beast token, I believe. Is that right? Play Nature's Resilience and prey on the builders. I can actually just snipe the explorer and save the beasts for next turn, I think. Because I've got prey on the builders to stop them from building the city, which is what really counts. I don't want them getting that city for sure. So let's save the prepared beast for later. So we'll Nature's Resilience land 2, which is wonderful. We'll prey on the builders in land 6, and we will Ranging Hunt. You know, maybe we should Ranging Hunt in land 2, actually, just to snipe that explorer, because we can fully clear land 6 next turn, and this will let us get our beast token into potentially a more useful location. I don't think I need a sacred site right now, so I will split it, deal 1 damage to the explorer, and then pull this into land 1. Smaller ports spring up. That's unfortunate. That'll get us a town somewhere. Stricken does nothing. Settlers encroach too far. We'll get to push the town out, I guess. So we'll put the town there. And we'll push it into... We can't push it into land 2, can we? No, that would be bad. So let's push it into land 4. All right, and then the invaders explore the sand, so good thing we don't have that town there. And we pass on to the next turn. So now this turn I'm going to reclaim. Gain a miner. Let's see what we can get. Hey, there's some useful stuff there. I think Gift of Living Energy is going to be the best one. So let's take that. And then I'm going to go for 2 energy, I think, here, just to make sure I can... Well, what do I need to do this turn? I need to set up... I want to set up for a big Ranging Hunt in land 6. And then maybe I've got to defend for land 3 and drift down into Slumber. So maybe like a prey on the builders in land 5? Yeah, that'll work. So let's go bottom track here. So we'll prey on the builders, and we'll Too Near the Jungle. We'll add beasts. We're going to add 2 beasts to land 6. Actually, we don't need to add 2 beasts to land 6. Can we... How's... Oh, it is to one of our lands. Okay, so we can't split it across multiple lands. So yeah, we'll put them both in land 6. Let's do it. So we Ranging Hunt. I'm going to leave that beast in land 1, I think, because I don't need it for the damage, and I don't want to... and I kind of want to split my beasts up a little bit here. So I'm going to go there and there. We'll move 1 presence into each of those. And then we'll prey on the builders. Yeah, let's pull a second beast into land 5. Because then that's going to help us get a pocket, and we'll... All right, Numinous Crisis. Oh, this is a funny one. Let's see here. So We could just actually pour strength into the island. I mean, I feel like the way to play Numinous Crisis is always to draw strength. And we should be all right going low on Blight, I think. Because we've got a fair amount of stuff built up, and we've got a kind of a pocket going in land 6 and 8. We might have some trouble, actually, because of where our Dahan are placed if Wetlands or Mountains explores next. But we can make do. It'll be fine. Sure, let's just draw strength. It'll be fine. What's our Blight card? Border of Life and Death. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen this one before. So it comes with 1 Blight. And this does count as flipping, right? Yeah, okay. So now this is now and each invader phase. So we destroy a presence and may discard a card to gain an energy. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm going to definitely destroy a presence. Let's destroy from land... Let's destroy from land 5. I don't think we need to be in there. And then we can discard a card to gain an energy. I mean, that's kind of better than just playing Gift of Living Energy right now because I haven't set up the sacred sites for it. So let's discard that. Get an energy. Oh, and then I also get 9 energy. So maybe that wasn't actually worth it. Oh, well. All right, invaders build in the sands and explore the mountains. So that's unfortunate because we get a Sweden conversion there. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of energy. Well, let's... I mean, we're going to take a major next turn, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and take out the Explorer in land 7. So I don't need to like actually place any more beasts to clear the land this turn with Ranging Hunt. So we'll go to 3 card plays, and we will take a major and see what we get. Exaltation of the Incandescent Sky is cool. I don't know that that's a great idea, especially because I don't think we can threshold it. Melt Earth into Quicksand. I don't think that's a great idea here. Voice of Command could be kind of nice. Talons of Lightning honestly would work. Just to clear land 2. Let's just do that. It feels dumb, but I'm going to do it. All right, so let's add a presence. Do I need a sacred site this turn? I don't. Do I need to get to anywhere in particular? I don't think I do. So let's go ahead and get that 3rd card play. We'll go into land 4. And then I'm going to play Talons of Lightning to clear land 2. I'm going to play Drift Down into Slumber for land 3. Oh, actually, we should save the Talons of Lightning for next turn, because that way I can still... Because I need to play 2 cards with Animal in order to get my Innate this turn, which I need for land 7. So let's go Teeth Gleam from Darkness and Terrifying Chase, because we don't need Nature's Resilience right now. Alright, and I prepare a Beast. We defend land 3. We Ranging Hunt land 7, so it stops being a problem. And then let's push both beasts into land 4. We'll leave the presence behind, though. And then Blighted Island, let's destroy that presence. I don't need the energy, so I'm not going to discard, because I want to play both of those cards next turn, along with something I reclaim. Remnant of a Spirit's Heart. We can lose our defend, or we can give the invaders bonus health. I think we give them the bonus health here. Hunting parties means we're going to lose a beast, which is unfortunate, but we get some fear for it. And 1,000 Small Struggles doesn't kill us yet. So let's leave this with the Dahan. Alright. Add strife to a town or city in a land not matching a Ravage card. Oh, that's really nice. So that means land 2 is going to be totally fine. Alright, jungles explore, and that jungle doesn't explore. Huzzah! Let's see, Teeth Gleam from Darkness. I think I'm going to just try and load up land 4, because that's going to be a giant mess in the near future, and we need to nuke it with Ranging Hunt pretty soon. So let's do that. We're almost to Terror 2, so I'm not worried about getting to Terror. I'm not going to worry about getting to Terror 3. Terrifying Chase doesn't really have a good target. We could push stuff out of Land 4. That's actually not a bad idea. So let's do that. Let's push stuff out of Land 4. We'll push it into Land 2 because we're going to hit that with Talons of Lightning next turn. And that'll be fine. All right. Do I have anything that moves to Han right now? I don't. But I can clear Land 4 with a Ranging Hunt. So let's just draft another major and see what we get if there's anything fun. Ooh, Ravaged Undergrowth slithers back to life. That's not one I've played with much. Targets a blighted land. Replace a blight with a wilds. 3 damage, 1 fear. Push the wilds. If we have lots of water, which we don't, but it does have plant and animal for us. Add a wilds. You may push it in each land. Okay, so that's cool. That's probably what we're taking here. Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze is also excellent, and would basically solve the game for us. So maybe we should take that instead, actually. Well, except Ravaged Undergrowth slithers back to life does it too. Or no, it doesn't actually, because we don't have the infrastructure of blight where we need it right now. So I guess maybe Thickets is actually going to be better here. Unless, do we need Vengeance of the Dead? No. Let's do Thickets. I'll forget Drift Down into Slumber. We don't need that anymore. And then add a presence. Let's get our Reclaim 1, and let's add a presence in... let's put it in Land 5, because why not? Let's Reclaim, and we'll take... Let's see, what do we need? We need 1 animal symbol, if we're going to do that. Can we just win this turn, though? I think we can, or we can get darn close. So Thickets Erupt takes care of Land 4, and then Land 2 gets taken care of mostly by Talons of Lightning, but then we can finish it off with a Ranging Hunt, I think. But in order to finish it off with the Ranging Hunt, we probably need to... we don't have any beasts in there yet is the problem. So maybe we just take like Teeth Gleam from Darkness back and wait a turn, because I don't think we have the win just quite yet. I think we're very close, but I'm not seeing the actual victory just yet. So actually Ranging Hunt doesn't do us much good to deal damage this turn, so I'm not going to deal damage with it. I'm just going to make sure Thickets gets thresholded, and we can set up some beast tokens to finish things off here in a minute. So Thickets clears that land, and we add some Wilds tokens, which is fun. Talons of Lightning deals a bunch of damage here. And then Ranging Hunt. Let's gather... Let's just finish gathering there, and then push these 2 beasts into here, moving 1 presence. And then we lose a presence for Blighted Island. That's right. Let's lose this Wetland presence, because I don't think we need it there. And then I am going to Reclaim next turn, so I might as well discard Nature's Resilience for an energy. All right, Explorers get bonus health. Yeah, it is still healthy. That's right. And then Beast's Prowl. Each beast generates a fear or moves if... Oh, that's going to be great. Coming of Age, that'll be great too. All right, so let's Prowl Beasts, get some fear. We have 4 Terror 2 cards. Maybe we'll just win off of that. And then let's move this beast into there. Add a Dahan to Land 8. In each land with 2 or more Explorers, that does nothing. That's a fun card, though. Remove a town, that does nothing. That adds a Strife to an Explorer. All right. Explore does not affect coastal lands. All right, that's great too. Huzzah! No coastal land explore. All right, let's Teeth Gleam from Darkness here. How close are we to Terror 3? We're pretty close. We could just do the 3 Fear and try and get all the way there. But I don't think we're going to actually need it because we have oodles of stuff. So let's reclaim cards. Let's gain a minor. Sure, we can take Blood Draws Predators. That'll be excessive. Let's go into here, and then we'll play 2 Near the Jungle, Blood Draws Predators, and I guess Prey on the Builders and Terrifying Chase. Let's do that. That'll be fine. Oh, I forgot to add beast tokens. Let's get the kill to overkill. Let's add 2 more beasts to land 2. All right, finish playing cards. So Blood Draws Predators on land 2 because it's funny, and Ranging Hunt on land 2 to wipe everything out, push some beasts elsewhere, skip moving the presence, and then we get more beasts, and it doesn't matter because we wiped out Sweden handily. Technically still healthy, because we got the Still Healthy Island card. Well, that was actually a lot of fun. I feel like I got to see a bunch of Nature Incarnate stuff that I haven't played with much. So that was cool. We got score 52, turn 6 win. All right, let's do one more. I'm going to do board C this time, just working my way down the boards with Unconstrained Fangs. And let's go overboard. Let's try England 6. Let's have fun with this. I might well lose this game, and that is okay, because I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably saving up beasts for quite a few turns, is my initial thought. Let's see. So land 1 is probably screwed. That's fine. Land 4, we could prey on the builders. Let's do sort of more of a bottom track build again. We'll gain a minor, I think, to start. Probably take energy next turn, depending on what minor we get. Oh, Lure the Unknown I like. So, Shore Seas with Hatred is a favorite of mine, but I don't think it's going to do enough. Flesh Rot Fever could help us like keep the capital under control for a little while, maybe. That's more interesting than Terrifying Chase, I think. So let's take that and go for it. We'll set up in land 1 so we can add a disease there after they build this turn. So we'll do those 2, and then let's see, finish playing cards. We prepare a beast. I want to stop the build in land 4. And then Ranging Hunt, I kind of want to set up in land 7, I'm thinking, to try and do a big Ranging Hunt in a turn or 2. That's not really a great idea, actually, because, like, what is land 7 stopping? What is that going to do for me? Maybe we try to set up for land 8, actually, then. So that we can snipe an explorer there if they decide to explore in that direction. I think either way, we grab a beast and the presence into land 7 for now, and don't push the beast. Invaders build in the jungle, explore the sands. Okay, so actually, rather than putting my disease in land 1, I might be happier doing Flesh Rot Fever on land 6. Try and get disease there so that when they build, it's not a big deal, and we can get that explorer handled. Trying to think if there's any reason not to do that, and because we can't just snipe it with Ranging Hunt very easily. That's not going to work. It's not going to do enough damage. Actually, same thing with like land 7. So I might actually be drafting again next turn and like trying to save up for something bigger, or for a future Ranging Hunt. So let's get land 6 diseased. I'm going to get a power card. I'm not going to worry about trying to force damage on Ranging Hunt this turn because there's nowhere useful to do it. Like, even if we add our prepared beast, main thing that would be nice is to find a way to solve land 1, or not solve land 1, but like save land 1 temporarily, or at least get our presence out of there. But I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Confounding Mists is kind of interesting. Call to Ferocity could be nice to gather some Dahan up. Infested Aquifers has... I don't really like Infested Aquifers all that much, but it could work, I suppose. Animated Rackroot. It has Plant Element, and it gets us a Wilds. I am unenthused. I am unenthused by these cards. I guess if we Confounding Mists land 1, they still blight and kill the Dahan, so there's no real point. Let's just take Call to Ferocity, I think. I could throw some more disease down with Infested Aquifers, but I think that taking the 0 cost is going to be better here. So let's add a presence. I want to add to, I think, land 1, so that I still have targeting from that jungle, even after they destroy my presence. So we'll Call to Ferocity. Let's Terrifying Chase, because then we can at least push stuff out of land 7, maybe. And then Teeth Gleam from Darkness, perhaps, over too near the jungle. I think Teeth Gleam from Darkness is going to do more, I guess. Get us some beasties down. So let's do that. And we prepare another beast, and Ranging Hunt. I don't really want to actually do anything with Ranging Hunt this turn. I want to save it for later. So let's finish using powers. All right, choose a land with city and build there. Well, that's fun. Beast chase off homesteaders. That'll be interesting. Let's build in the sands, because I would rather that be the capital than the land 1. We can push this town into land 5, I guess. Sort of get a pocket if they go for wetlands next. I don't want to push it into land 4, because then they ravage and deal damage. And then... Okay, so we can get some defense in land 1. So defend 2 would mean 4 damage, which means that everything still dies. So let's actually just save the Dahan and pull it into land 6 instead, because we did not bother to do any defending there. All right, invaders build in the sands and explore the wetlands. All right, hey, we got our pocket. That's fun against England. I always like a good England pocket. All right, so land 6 is going to be fine. Land 1 and 4 are going to build, and it's going to be a pain. I think we want to do something about land 2. I don't know if that means just like going in there and dropping a bunch of beasts, because we could get 3 beasts in there to take out one of those towns at least, or we could get beasts in land 5. To try and take out that town and stop a city build. That might be better. I think I'm still going to get a beast in land 2 regardless. And then Terrifying Chase, Call to Ferocity. Oh, actually, Call to Ferocity, I can just push them out of land 5 already. We can kind of just load up land 2 and then start throwing beasts in there. That might not be the worst idea. Might be a terrible idea, but it doesn't seem like the worst idea right now. We do have high immigration coming, so if we can't, can we generate a couple more fear? Yeah, we can generate enough fear to get the fear card. So we can stop the double build in land 1, but let's make land 1 a giant mess. We'll push the explorer to how about land 2 and the town to land 1. And then Terrifying Chase will push this explorer into land 2. I maybe did this wrong because I actually kind of want to like build up land or nuke land 3 or land 1 rather before I deal with land 2, but I can do both, so this should be fine. We have 2 prepared beasts, and this turn we are going to play 3 cards. We can reclaim 1, so let's gain a power card and see what we get. We got stuff that'll work. So Blood Draws Predators is actually probably the nicest thing here because we really need beasts and damage. It's not like the strongest card here. Gold's Allure is probably stronger, but I think Blood Draws Predators, we need the overkill. There's no kill like overkill, and we need overkill. So let's do that, and then let's grow into land 1. Reclaim, too near the, or not too near the jungle, Teeth Gleam from Darkness, play these 3. And then we're gonna add our prepared beasts. Add 2 beasts to land 1. And then, let's see, so we're gonna end up dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, assuming we kill something with the first one. So we should probably just take out both of the towns and leave the city and the explorer behind. And then Wetlands 5 will build, Wetlands 1, or Jungle 1 will build. This will be okay. Yeah, this will be fine. So, Ranging Hunt, let's get a beast in there, take out a town. We can push 1 beast back, because Blood Draws Predators is max 3. Move no presence. Alright, Struggles of Growth. We can destroy 2 presence and gain a power card, or we can forget a power card, gain 2 energy, and move 2 presence up to range 4. I generally like to destroy my presence for this one and gain a power card. So let's trade Reach. Well, actually, do we want energy? We kind of do. Let's leave behind. Let's go ahead and forget Flesh Rot Fever. Let's forget Call to Ferocity. Flesh Rot Fever might bail us out on some stuff here in land 2 in a minute, because that land's gonna get messy. And then we'll destroy presence in land 7. Oh, whoops! No, we're moving presence. Excuse me. So we are forgetting. We're leaving behind that which restrains you because we want the energy. So let's lose Call to Ferocity and then move presence into... Oh, let's just move this presence into land 5. No, let's move it into land 6. And I will skip moving the second presence. Ignore disease. 1 fear per disease. We don't have any of that right now, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. And then defend 2. Explore does not affect coastal lands. That's great. All right, that's as good an explorer as we could get. So Teeth Gleam from Darkness. We got to put the beast somewhere not in the Blighted Lands, which is unfortunate. That Sands is going to build and then potentially build again there, so we really need the fear. Or we really need a little more fear before next turn. But we should be okay. So let's 2 near the jungle. I'm going to take out something in land 5. And then Teeth Gleam from Darkness. Because Wetlands, do we have a defend power? We don't have a defend power. We might get one on Reclaim though. So let's see we'll see what we get. Let's get another beast token in land 4, I think. Because then we might be able to deal with that blighted land in land 5 here in a minute. It's going to be kind of messy. All right, let's reclaim. Let's gain a minor. Call to Guard, that's a lovely defend power. I love that one. Nature's Resilience, also a lovely defend power. Domesticated Animals Go Berserk, also a lovely defend power. We should be going to 4 card plays this turn, though, so I think Call to Guard is really the slam dunk one here, because we can use our other 3 card plays to get our innate. And then Call to Guard solves land 5 beautifully, and hopefully solves it next turn, too. Well, yeah, hopefully solves it next turn, too. So let's play take Call to Guard. Let's get our 4th card play. We'll grow into land 2, I think, so we have presence there. And then we'll play Call to Guard to deal with land 5. Both of the sands are going to build, and that's not the end of the world, but we need 1 more fear. So I want to deal with land 1 and generate some fear there. I think I'm going to do that by... Let's see here. How are we going to do this? And we could also stop a build. Oh, actually, yeah, Prey on the Builders in land 2 right now is a very good play. So we should definitely do that. And then if we're doing that, then we need to just play our plant cards and call it good. So we'll do that. That'll stop 3 builds at least in land 2. Yeah, that'll be great. All right, we prepare a beast, so we've got 1 prepared, so that'll be helpful in a little bit. Call to guard on land 5, pull in a Dahan and defend 1 per Dahan. Prey on the Builders. Let's see, do we want a Ranging Hunt first? I can Ranging Hunt. I can take out the city in land 1, which seems good. And then start loading up land 2 for a big Ranging Hunt next turn. So let's do that. We'll move no presence, deal 4 damage to the city, and then push 2 beasts back into land 2. Let's make that a sacred site in land 2. So we'll move 1 presence, and then Prey on the Builders. We will grab a beast from land 4 and not move the presence. Lesser Spirits Imperiled. I don't really want to flip the Blight card right now. I would rather that not happen. But if I... How much plant do I have and energy? I'd have to forget something. And I really don't want to forget something. I guess we get a permanent element. So that would be kind of make up for it. I think I'd rather just tend to strength and get the energy. Push a beast to a land without buildings. 1 fear of Explorer's Presence. That's not going to do anything. Return to Old Pillars. Okay, that's fine. That's not going to do much. So I think we're going to tend to our own strength and risk it. We might lose a Dahan in land 5, but that's okay. So let's tend to strength. Cool. We got lucky. Quit the farmed lands. Let's push this beast in land 7 over to land 6, I think, so it's a little closer to the action. And then return to Old Pillars. Let's just gather that Dahan into land 5. Okay, each player adds a strife in a land with or adjacent to beasts. Well, I guess we'll strife a city. Invaders build in the sands, except they don't. I mean, they sort of do. Build in the wetlands, and then explore in the jungles, and we get our escalation build in the land with Prey on the Builders. Huzzah. So, Too Near the Jungle and Teeth Gleam from Darkness. What do we want to do with those now? Teeth Gleam from Darkness, we can't hit these lands, so let's hit land 4 again. Too Near the Jungle, we'll take out an Explorer. Probably in land 1. I think land 4 I can just let go for the moment and try and deal with it in a turn or so. And I'll just deal with land 1 in the next turn here. Is that going to work? Let's see, I'm going to get 5 and reclaim 1 next turn. So that's pretty nuts. And I have 1 prepared beast, so we could deal 5. You could easily deal 4 damage here. We could deal a lot more with Bloodraw's Predators. Oh, I want to call to guard again, though, so that's tricky. Too Near the Jungle. Let's take out land 4. Let's keep that a little more under control, hopefully. All right, so this turn, we get our Reclaim 1. Do I want to draft a card, or do I want to go to 5 card plays and take 3 energy? I'm just thinking that if I... Oh, no, but the plant element is the second element, so that's not helpful. I think we got to take 3 energy, and land 5 is going to be messy. Do we have a way to deal with it? We could prey on the builders and try to nuke it with like Blood Draws Predators and Ranging Hunt. But I really want Call to Guard, which means we don't get a Ranging Hunt for damage this turn. Yeah, I think let's just go to 5 card plays anyway. I think this is going to be the right option. Let's make a Sacred Site in land 1. Land 2 will build, I think, only once, probably. Let's get Call to Guard. Let's get Prey on the Builders. And then we'll stop the build in land 4 so that we can deal with that more easily. And then play play everything, I guess. Do we want to play everything? Are we going to actually destroy anything? I guess we have Frenzied Assault. So that could work with Blood Draws Predators in like land 1. Yeah, that'll be fine. Because the Frenzied Assault kills something, Blood Draws Predators, gets more beasties in there. Yeah, this will be fine. Alright, we prepare a beast so that we can do some crazy things next turn. This is going to Ravage for a bunch. Actually, do we Blood Draws Predators there? Because we're going to deal 8 damage back. Oh no, but they only have 7 health, so we're fine. We're fine there. I think I'm going to Prey on the Builders to pull 1 beast out of there, moving no presence. Blood Draws Predators on land 1, and Ranging Hunt on land 1 to gather the beast from land 6, leaving the presence behind. And I don't need to push anything out. So that should be fine. All right, on the single board with the most stuff, add a town per player split between as many lands as possible. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Sandstalkers gets us a beast and a fear, and Network of Support and Trade gets us more defense. All right, so let's add a town to probably land 1. Yeah, let's add it to land 1. Oh, that was a very important fear. I messed up my math. Well, that means we don't horribly die in land 5. So that's good. All right, add a Strife in a land with presence. Okay, let's Strife in land 2, I guess. Or we could Strife in land 4, actually, because we're going to stop the build, and then we just need to get some Dahan in there, which we could maybe accomplish with none of these cards. Okay, well, never mind. Let's Strife. Let's put the Strife in land 2. We might get something that synergizes with that soon. Invaders ravage in the wetlands and clear. Build in the jungles, and then explore in the sands, and we get, okay, so that's 5 buildings there, so that's a problem. But we can Flesh Rot Fever there, so that'll be fine. So let's Terrifying Chase these folk from land 6 into land 1. And then I'm going to Frenzied Assault in land 1, which will deal 5 total damage, I think. So I can kill 2 explorers and take out a town. So we'll Frenzied Assault 2 explorers. That'll trigger our extra 3 damage, which takes out a town. So that's got 2 towns, a city, and an explorer, and then we're going to throw the disease into land 2 so we don't just lose on accident. And now let's reclaim. Let's reclaim cards and maybe just gain some energy, honestly. We could place another presence, but I don't think we desperately need to. Jungles are going to ravage, so... Oh, that's actually a problem. That I shoved everything into the jungle. Whoops. I guess we'll just try to nuke that jungle before that happens. And hopefully that works. Maybe. Let's gain a miner in the meanwhile, or in the meantime, and see if we get something useful. Defend 2 is not going to be enough, I don't think. Is it? Might be enough. Especially with a call to guard or something. I'm also kind of tempted by Scream Disease into the Wind, but I don't know that that does enough either. Let's just take Entrancing Apparitions. This is kind of a not fun draft there. And then we have how many beasts prepared? We have 2 prepared. Okay, so we could get up to 5 beasts there, which would mean dealing 6 plus 3 is 9 damage pretty easily. We could maybe get even a little more damage if we did like a Prey on the Builders first, although I want to Prey on the Builders in land 2, honestly. So let's do it this way. Let's gain 3 energy. I'm going to play Call to Guard, Prey on the Builders, 2 Near the Jungle, Teeth Gleam from Darkness, and Blood Draws Predators. Add beasts to land 1. And then finish playing cards. Let's hope I did my math right. Blood Draws Predators on land 1. Ranging Hunt on land 1, gather a beast in, do not move presence, deal 6 damage. So let's kill the city and deal 2 to a town. And then we can push 2 beasts out because we only need 3 in there for what comes next. Then we get 3 more damage, which we can use to take out the town, the explorer, and ping the other town. Then Call to Guard pulls in a Dahan and gives us Defend 1, and that should clear the land. Prey on the Builders happens in land 2, and I forgot to do anything about land 4, or forgot is maybe the wrong term, got distracted by other things. So we'll do that and pull the presence out to save it. Missionaries. I would really like to Curse the Tongues here. Do I have enough sun to do that? I do. I can discard Terrifying Chase. Because the city bonus damage doesn't matter, and the 2 fear per player would be pretty nice. And then each beast destroys an explorer, so that's going to deal a bunch of explorers in land 2, so that's nice. So let's Curse the Tongues. We'll discard Terrifying Chase. Prey on the Unwary. You know what? Just choose for me. Each player may push up to 3 from an inland land. Okay, cool. How safe do I feel putting another town in land 2? Very unsafe, honestly. But I do have. We are post-event. This town is going away, but it's going to go into land 3. Defend 2 in all lands, okay. Build in the wetlands, ravage in the jungles, build in the sands, which they don't, and then explore coastal lands. All right. Okay, so that was a thing that just happened. Teeth Gleam from Darkness only has 1 legal target, so we put it there. 2 Near the Jungle. We might as well take out the Explorer in land 1. See what we can do with that. And then Frenzied Assault. I don't really want to use Frenzied Assault, honestly, because I'd rather have the Beast token for next turn. Because the 1 fear is nice. We're close enough to Terror 3. I think we're just going to not Frenzied Assault here. Because all it does is kill an Explorer. So let's finish using powers. All right, let's draft and get some reclaimed powers and gain some energy, I think. Do we want to gain a major? Because if we get the right major, we could just win the game off of it. And even if we don't get a major, we are potentially dealing quite a bit of damage in land 2. The only other thought would be trying to pull something, doing a full reclaim maybe, rather than gaining a power card. But that would be a little harder than to sling the major if we did take one. Let's gain a major. Let's see what we get. This'll get us up to, let's see, 6 energy. So we can afford preferably something 3 or less, but 4 or less we can still do. Savage Transformation, I guess? Or Forests of Living Obsidian. None of these are particularly great for us. I think Savage Transformation is going to be my pick. Just because it's the one that hurts the least. And we can actually play it. So let's take that. Cast Down into the Briny Deep would be funny, but I don't think it's going to work this turn. Let's lose Blood Dross Predators. I don't think we're going to need that extra 3 damage again here. Then we'll reclaim, let's see, we need our plant elements, so 2 Near the Jungle, and Teeth Gleam from Darkness, and we need 3 energy to actually afford all of these cards, so let's do that. Alright, so Savage Transformation will be thresholded, so that's kind of cool. This Sand Ravage is going to hurt, though. But we get to do a bunch of damage first, so that's cool. And we prepare a beast, which we couldn't play any beasts. So I guess we defend 2 and deal, what is that, 6 damage? How many beast tokens are in there? 5 beasts. So we'll deal 6 damage to take out 2 towns, and that actually will be just enough to survive unless they get bonus damage somehow. So we won't blight. So that's cool. Let's grab a beast from there. I don't really want to move a presence in. And let's take out 2 towns. I don't really want to push any beasts out of there either. I guess we could push like 1 beast into land 5, but I'd rather keep this land loaded up for next turn. So let's call that good. And then Entrancing Apparitions. I think that's enough. I don't know. Let's see here. And lands with the we're at Terror 2, right? Skip 1 Ravage action in a land with the Han outnumbered buildings. That's not going to do anything. Prey on the Heedless will do something. That'll be nice. Speak of the Spirit's Anger. That'll get us some fear. All right, so let's have you choose for me, game. Let's deal 6 damage. Okay. We do have Frenzied Assault coming up. So we're going to get another 2 damage in the slow, potentially. I'm kind of thinking, because of that I want to take out both cities. The coastal lands are going to build, but that's fine. Let's, how close are we to Terror 3? We're 3 cards away. Let's just, do I want to do something with that? I just don't know. I think it's going to be most important to take out the cities. So let's just do that. We'll deal 4 there and 2 there. All right, and then we get another fear. Get 2 fear cards. Each player removes. Oh, it's cool. We can just take out the town and land 3 and avoid them building a city there. I think that's better than working on land 5. So let's take that out. Each player adds a strife in a land with beast, disease, or Dahan. So we could actually kill off that other city right now. Which, how close are we? We're pretty close. Do we do that? I think we do. I think that's more important than... Because the city has 2 damage on it. And then we can Frenzied Assault, Savage Transformation. Well, yeah, let's do that to that city. Get rid of it. Get 2 more fear. Invaders build in the jungle, Ravage in the sands, build in the coastal lands. Oh, so they do get that there. And then mountains and jungles explore. Okay, so what do we do here to actually solve this? We want to get to Terror 3, which is 7 fear away, and we want to take out the city and land 1. That basically solves this for us. So let's just make that happen. In order to make that happen, we need to Savage Transformation here, which turns those into beast tokens. We Teeth Gleam from Darkness. It doesn't really matter where. I guess land 6 is the only place we can. Flesh Rot Fever in land 1. Too Near the Jungle. Can't actually target anywhere effective, but it gets us fear. And then Frenzied Assault. We can do some damage here, I guess, to take out an Explorer and ping a town. And then that should hopefully get us there. Yeah, okay, so then we'll get it when we destroy the city this turn. So let's reclaim cards, gain a minor, doesn't matter what we get. Teeming Rivers, why not? Gain 3 energy. We might as well add beasts. And then we play Too Near the Jungle, Teeth Gleam from Darkness, and it doesn't even matter. We can play Savage Transformation again and Prey on the Builders and Call to Guard, I guess. Because none of this is all that important, because we just Ranging Hunt here, move no pieces, clear the land, and Terror 3, we win the game. Okay. That was fun. I like being able to use Ranging Hunt on these big blighted lands. That actually helps a lot, I think, against England. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're as hyped about Nature Incarnate as I am, you can check it out. It's on sale right now on Steam, and I assume on the mobile version, but I don't actually know yet. I am so hyped about this expansion. I think each of these expansion sets is going to be really good. Or each of the phases of the expansion is going to be really good. Right now, we've only got the first 3, but we do have all the powers, as you saw some of them in here, some of the events, new blight cards, all that stuff. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and let me know what else you want to see. I think Unconstrained Fangs is moving up from 23rd on my excitement list after these 3 games. I don't know where to yet. I'm going to have to decide after I redo all of these spirits and play with them a bit more. All right, take care, everyone.